Hey, listen to this. All it needed was a new starter. Got a great deal on eBay. Did it myself.
Yeah, that's cool. But how about the soft purr of an upgraded exhaust when it fits just right?
For me, it's the little things, like these new windshield wipers from eBay I installed.
From small fixes to big upgrades, eBay has all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. eBay. Things people love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Formula One racing is one of the most popular sporting events in the world, but its entry into the Las Vegas ecosystem has seen more than a few bumps in the road, like all the construction disruption and the high cost for locals to attend. Today on CityCast Las Vegas, we talk with Austin Brown, Vice President of Marketing for the Las Vegas Grand Prix. He explains how projects like the new Grand Prix Plaza are designed to help F1 become part of the community. It's Wednesday, August 6th. I'm David Figler, and here's what Las Vegas is talking about. Austin, give us an overview of the Grand Prix Plaza.
Sure. We like to describe Grand Prix Plaza as, it's a 39-acre multi-use complex for, the opportunity to educate both locals and tourists alike on the sport of Formula One. It houses F1X, which is an interactive, first of its kind Formula One attraction. It houses F1 Drive, which is a go-karting experience. Who doesn't love go-karting? As well as F1 Hub, which is a merchandise store with, state-of-the-art simulators and a restaurant called Fuel and Fork.
What is your best insider tip for visiting the Grand Prix Plaza right now to get the most out of it? And give us an idea of what the cost is. And I know it's different for visitors than it is for locals, so that's kind of a nice distinction too. So what are your insider tips for getting the most out of Grand Prix Plaza while it's still up?
Sure. Yeah. So for fans that want to just come and experience a part of Grand Prix Plaza, we obviously offer free parking, which is nice. And for the month of August,
you have been here for a little while, right? You lead with free parking. That's very smart, Mr. Marketer. Very smart.
Born and raised, David. Born and raised. The opportunity to offer free parking as well as free simulators. So state-of-the-art cutting technology. Fans can drive the Las Vegas Strip circuit in our full motion simulators. And so that's just a completely free opportunity for fans to come down, check out Grand Prix Plaza, kind of understand a bit more about F1X, what the offering is, F1 Drive, what the offering is, and walk through the merch store. For the month of August, we're offering F1X for $49. And then karting starts at $39 for a fastest lap package. So you can get on the track for as low as $39.
Oh, actually, we saw it was as low as $30 for locals for the fast.
That's right.
lane.
Yes. Sorry. So we do offer locals discounts for F1 Drive and then a 10% discount at the merch store as well. So yes, for locals specifically, military and children, we offer various discounts, and there's more details on our website at grandprixplaza.com.
Yeah, you were kind enough to invite us to go. This old go-karter who, talk about born and raised. I mean, the last go-kart experiences I had were over on Boulder Highway. And my colleague, Rob Cacciarese from the podcast, and I were comparing our experiences as kids in go-karts. This was very different. We didn't stop in the middle of the track for some guy to jump on our car to pull what was basically a lawnmower engine to get us restarted. The staff was great. It was a little noisy in there, so hearing some of the safety protocols was a little hard. So I'm going to give you that little tip.
Great.
But also, old guys like me can't be on the track with young bucks who are just like impatient. I was perfectly willing to let anyone who wanted to pass me, and I got rammed a couple of times. And I was like, "Where's the penalty? Where they said there was going to be a penalty for that guy." And it seemed like we were going at speeds like up to 30 miles an hour. And when you're so low to the ground, that does seem pretty fast. So definitely my favorite part of the exhibit was going in go-karts. It was very nostalgic for me. I'm not an F1 fan, Austin, I'll tell you, but I could see 100% how if you were interested in learning more about it, or if you were there with a super fan, that it would definitely be something out of the ordinary. I wonder, what's your favorite part of the Grand Prix Plaza?
Yeah, it's a good question. We do like to describe Grand Prix Plaza as offering something for everyone, but my personal favorite is the go-karting experience. So F1 Drive definitely, it's a more accessible way for fans to access and understand more about Formula One. The karts are equipped with, you would have seen DRS technology, which is our equivalent of like a speed boost. So in certain zones on the track, you can equip the DRS technology.
It was cute.
Yeah, sure. So yeah, I think
I wasn't hyper thrusting with the nitro burning funny engine. I wasn't like shooting over people, but it was a good experience, Austin. I'm not going to lie.
Awesome. Yeah, great.
I'm just wondering though, is this building and the offerings inside this attraction, is this the first step to having F1 have a year-round presence in Las Vegas?
Yes. Yeah. So, we definitely look forward to being in the community for a long time. And Grand Prix Plaza just opens up an avenue to be able to do that. So F1X specifically, we like to describe in three parts. The first is learn, the second is create, and the third is experience. So learn, it really presents us with an opportunity to educate, a newer fan, candidly, on the sport. So we're celebrating 75 years of sporting history this year. And so, the first opportunity in the F1 exhibition is to learn about the sport. Part two is create. So the opportunity to design your own show car, build your own Formula One team. You can build your own dream team and then see the show car that you just designed, projection mapped in real time in front of you. And part three is experience. So the opportunity to change a tire on an F1 car and compete against the pros, clocking your best time, or sit in a 4D theater, which you get to watch, as a driver drives around the Las Vegas Strip circuit from a driver's perspective. So F1X specifically, but all of the attractions within Grand Prix Plaza are just a signal to further our commitment to the local community. We like to describe it as a little bit of an offering for everybody. Out of coming on the heels of the Netflix series Drive to Survive, I think, Grand Prix Plaza and the offerings just really open up the avenue to continue to educate and build on the hype that Formula One has in the U.S. currently.
Well, let's switch gears, if I could just do another fun pun. How have you seen, Austin, F1's relationship with Las Vegas locals evolve over the past 2 years?
Yeah. I would say, being born and raised in Las Vegas, it's important to me to sort of watch F1's commitment to just being a part of the community. We've learned a lot is the simplest way to state that. I think, we came into the community in year one and there wasn't a playbook for how to build a track in the middle of the Las Vegas Strip. And so we've learned a considerable amount on how to make that, just improvements for everybody, for ourselves included. And so, we had the opportunity or Liberty Media had the opportunity to convert or transform sort of a vacant nightclub on the corner of Harmon and Koval into what has become Grand Prix Plaza.
Yeah, the old ICE.
Yes,
the old before ICE that drink.
Yeah, that was the code name for the project before we opened. So, I think the opportunity to sort of just convert that space and sort of elevate that part of town and hopefully drive some awareness, visitation, et cetera, to kind of that surrounding area has been a big opportunity with Grand Prix Plaza now open kind of more than just one weekend during the year. I think too, to sort of further the commitment and signals, we have a good balance of locals and people from out of town on the team. And so it is important to all of us to do things like, work with local nonprofits. I think we've now donated upwards of $2 million to local nonprofits. We just wrapped up our inaugural karting camp for kids. And so we housed a number of students and offered them the opportunity to participate in a karting competition against one another. We just announced another 100K giveaway, community giveaway for charities. And so there's criteria that can be found on our website for how to sign up for that. And so I think just continuing to find ways and in some ways give credit to other sports teams in Vegas. We've learned a lot from them. The Golden Knights, for example, the Raiders, for example, the Aces, for example, all do amazing things in the community. And so learning from our peers, learning from our past, opportunities for improvement, I think has come a long way and positioned us in a better place with surrounding businesses and the local community overall heading into year 3.
Hey, it's Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. Now, I was looking for fun ways to tell you that Mint's offer of unlimited premium wireless for $15 a month is back. So I thought it would be fun if we made $15 bills. But it turns out that's very illegal. So there goes my big idea for the commercial. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
It's summer. Time to enjoy long days, lazy nights, and zero cooking. Because Uber Eats has deals all summer long. So when hunger strikes, don't sweat it. Delicious deals are just a tap away on Uber Eats. Enjoy all your favorite food delivered straight to you. Get Burger King, Subway, Popeyes, and hundreds more local favorites and savor every last bite. Now that sounds like a good summer. Order now on Uber Eats. Terms apply. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
Austin, I'm glad you brought up the neighboring businesses and just, even just people who are in our community. How do you respond to the workers and the business owners who have said that the Las Vegas Grand Prix negatively impacted them?
Sure. Yeah. A lot of our sort of senior leadership team are continuing to have, ongoing meetings, consistent touch bases with, surrounding businesses adjacent to the track and Grand Prix Plaza. And so continue to improve the relationship over time and look forward again to further F1's commitment to the local community. Just continuing to have the dialogue, I think, is the most important thing. And by offering experiences like Grand Prix Plaza to try and drive, more tourism, certainly, and some local visitation to an area that maybe, needed it, quite candidly, I think has been a good opportunity for us to kind of double down on the investment and commitment to our position in Las Vegas.
What do you think have been the best lessons learned from F1 after the first 2 years?
Yeah, we have considerable different methods, surveys, social sentiment, inbound emails, the sales team having conversations with fans every day, the opportunity to learn a lot. And so I think one outcome has been the earlier race time. And so we've moved the race time up from 10 p.m. local time to 8 p.m. It allows, we believe, more opportunity for further sort of incremental spend in the market around, the resort corridor, et cetera. It's a better broadcast time, I think, for the East Coast. We were taking a lot of grief, candidly, from the East Coast with the race being 1 a.m. in the morning. So so that's helped us a lot. I think expanding the offering. So this year, for the first time ever, we'll offer the F1 Academy, which is the first single-seater support series and the all-female series to compete on the track. They'll actually finish their season in Vegas. And so just expanding the sort of the value proposition or the offering that ticket purchasers have with more kind of action happening on track is a unique opportunity here. And then I think too, just making the tickets more accessible. Just offering sort of a broader range of ticket offerings. We're going on sale with single day tickets much sooner. So there's an announcement coming out soon, but much sooner this year. We know that that's of heavy interest to a lot of the locals and drive-in markets. And so just, allowing fans to kind of curate and craft their own experience based on a number of different criteria in terms of why people purchased tickets to live events, price point being considered. So, I think earlier this year, tickets when we went on sale started at $50. And so that never, I think we've learned that just the opportunity to allow more fans, a broader fan base, just doubles down on the opportunity for Formula One to continue to expand its fan base and following in the US. And so we need to be able to offer access is key. And it's something we've looked at on the race side, but also on the Grand Prix Plaza side with sort of that year-round touch point.
Yeah. Now, do you have a way of tracking or measuring whether or not there's more local participation in year 2 than year 1 and so far in year 3?
For sure. Yeah, we see that heavily. I mean, across marketing channels, obviously, like on our, Instagram account, Facebook account, TikTok, we can see who the audiences are. And so definitely a larger proportion of locals have become interested in the events, but also obviously through ticket purchases, both for Grand Prix Plaza experiences and the race side. Grand Prix Plaza is about 50% local. And so it's great. I mean, that's exactly kind of where we want to be. It's an offering specifically created to, accommodate the local audience and just, it's an opportunity to educate, to educate fans on, fans and non-fans alike, to your earlier point. If you've just heard about Formula One and there's this mystery around it and mystery to it, I think it's becoming more broadly known kind of what the sport is and what it can offer. But, that's sort of been part of the mission for our existence here in Vegas over time.
So obviously, all these efforts, you're a for-profit business. I appreciate that you want to educate people and get people interested in a new sport, maybe a new hobby, something fun. How profitable is F1 in Las Vegas? I mean, most businesses don't turn a profit the first year. I'm guessing now that you're in year 3 and all indications are you want to continue here. How much money does F1 make for F1, for Liberty Media?
Yeah, to be honest, I'm not privy to that information, David.
Is it a profitable thing, or I would imagine?
Yes, it's a profitable thing. And I think there's more information too on our website in terms of what it's done in terms of, driving, revenue to the destination, to the surrounding resort corridor, to the local economy, in addition to some of the CSR efforts. I think just, you mentioned the economic impact that the Grand Prix and Grand Prix Plaza have had on surrounding kind of location in the market. I'll have to follow up with those exact figures, but there's definitely more information on our website at f1lasvegasgp.com.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I have heard about the economic impact. I know, year 1, there was a criticism that just a couple of hotels were making most of the money and other hotels weren't. I've also, we had our county commissioner on this podcast, and he told us that the county lost $500,000 the first year and countless hours of, workers having to devote themselves to it. But he also said that as years go on, there's, because they learn it's less. We're coming up on 100 days from this year's F1. What's coming up that's different from the years before?
Sure. Yep. We are heading into some exciting announcements across food and beverage, entertainment programming. We're getting into the fun time, heading into the race action. And so more announcements to come around, some local celebrations similar to years past where we've gone out into the community and offered some exciting kind of fun giveaways, et cetera. More to come in terms of what that looks like. But we are excited as we approach 100 days out from race day on August 14th.
All right. What are you looking most forward to, Austin, in year 3?
Yeah, I would say, as I mentioned, just being a Las Vegas local, had the opportunity to work in the resort corridor for 10 years prior to coming over to the Grand Prix, and just the opportunity. I've seen a lot of different events across, different stadiums, arenas, theaters, et cetera. But for me, it really is, I would say year 1, watching cars, a lot of time, effort, resource went into sort of building the Las Vegas Strip circuit, and I think people lose sight sometimes of all of the work and effort from a lot of, local people who've been here hardworking for a long time that goes into building this track. And so the opportunity to just watch cars going down the Las Vegas Strip and put Vegas on sort of this like global platform across broadcast into a new fan and international fan and audience that maybe didn't consider Vegas before is something that is exciting for me. And I'm a more traditional sports fan personally. I've grown to love the motorsport side in Formula One. But just as Vegas evolves into this sort of like sports mecca, as a sports fan, as a native here, as somebody who's been here for generations, whose grandfather served at Nellis as an air traffic controller for 22 years and served as a firefighter for 33 years. It's a cool thing to watch what's happening in Las Vegas. It's an exciting time to be here and live here with my family.
All right. Well, I'll maybe see at F1 if I get a seat, or maybe I'll just be one of those guys who rides up and down the escalators to catch a glimpse of a car going zoom, zoom. Hey, Austin, I really appreciate you coming on CityCast Las Vegas. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you, David. Appreciate it. Have a great day.
That's all for today here on CityCast Las Vegas. If you enjoyed the show, why not tell a friend? You could also rate the show, leave us a review, and subscribe to our morning newsletter. And don't forget, you can support this show and get some great perks by becoming a CityCast Las Vegas neighbor at membership.citycast.fm. We'll be back tomorrow morning with more news from around the city. Till then, stay lucky.